Hey, what's everybody doing? Just got up here and decided that you know what, let's turn on the radio here and let's get this going. And hopefully everybody had a good Black Friday and everything like that. I did not go out. I didn't. I don't partake in that. I think it's just crazy. It's a madness. I guess if there was something I would be going after, maybe perhaps that would be yeah okay well, but usually there's not. So I just try to avoid all that crazy stuff. I remember just hearing about, like, when you're growing up with you know, in the household and stuff like that. We'd hear these stories of people getting trampled in these box stores. People running around with a toaster and you hear somebody grabbing somebody's stuff out of their shopping carts, battling each other. I mean, it's like, wow. So, and of course, all those poor souls that have to sit there and endure those long hours working and trying to put all that stuff out. These huge stores that they try to get everything ready for it, and it's always seems like they're doing this stuff at the last minute. But I will say, way back when I worked for a big box store that they've kind of gone under now, many years ago, they had it actually pretty. They never did no long hours. They did everything as normal. I mean, they were maybe behind. I think the usual crew got out at like 10:30 at night. I think they sandbagged it a little bit to maybe 11-ish. So, but other than that, nah, man, they had everything out. They would bring things out throughout the day. They were all wrapped up in cellophane and all that stuff, and they would just, they staged it where they needed to be, for the following day. But yeah, and I think a lot of these companies now, they started to do this stuff like earlier. I know, like, online, if you go to like Amazon, stuff like that, they're starting to do these deals like throughout the week of Thanksgiving and whatnot. And I think it's a kind of a good idea to help alleviate some of the madness, just trying to compile into one day or so. But I'm not a shopaholic. I don't, so anyway, but the cool thing is we're going to do a little something different here. And it's kind of neat because, you know what? The real Cobra Burnout, if you don't know who that is, his channel is definitely awesome. Now, the Cobra did go out and go and find some stuff. So I'm actually watching his video here, the Black Friday haul. And he got, looks like he's got a, what is this? It looks like a Charles Daly shotgun. And then he got a nice little Pelican case that's really pretty cool. And I'm also noticing over there you got a Crosley a turntable record player. That's cool. So let's see here. Yeah, those Pelican cases are certainly, those things are those are nice. I remember seeing those in when I first started working, this kind of lineup of work. I remember seeing those and just saying, "Wow, those are so like." I remember first I saw the price tag, and and then I guess after that you kind of go, "Well, okay, I guess maybe it's." But yeah, look at that. You got a Crosley Cruiser Plus portable turntable. These things are. I've got something very similar to that. I'd like to get something different. One thing I like, because I love vinyl records, I want the ones with the cover over it, so it kind of helps cover the record as they're going around, because it eliminates dust. All right, so really cool. He's also going to be doing, I assume, he's talking about it here, going to be doing some separate unboxing videos of all this stuff. He's just kind of going through the haul. He got all this at Sportsman's Warehouse. Now, he also picked up this SAR. Is it SAR pistol? Yeah, a SAR 9. Got it for a good price too. You know, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, Trees A Blowin' had also done a video on that, so that was pretty cool. But no, if you're not subscribed to The Real Cobra Burnout, absolutely do, because his channel it's a lot of fun. I do have a lot of fun with his channel. I don't understand why more people aren't subscribed, because I mean, the stuff he's got on there is just hilarious. And the Bud K videos that he did, the unboxing stuff, I mean, that stuff is gold. He's got an entire playlist on it. There's just tons and tons of these that he did. It was like these value bags that they were doing, and his Bud K videos, just plain and simple, are just they're some of the best, most entertaining, awesome stuff out there. I think it's just classic. I really do enjoy them. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, go check out Cobra. That's pretty cool that, you know, he got a little Black Friday haul, and, you know, it's kind of cool, because that's what I like doing that. You know, it's like, I may not have gone out, but it's kind of neat. I like seeing all these videos of all these other guys, what they had ended up scooping up there. And so, anyhow, yeah, I know it's been a while since we've done anything here. Just a lot going on, really, just craziness. You know, so I did do, and you know what's funny, like, I did notice, you know, these, they've changed some things, and one of them they changed is the, like, how long your last, or how long that upload or whatever has been up there. So the last one we did, the Stranger Oddities here, last one we did was Road of Newman. That's the last time. Now, do forgive me. I kind of, you know, some of these, they get lost in time for me. But yes, Joe P. here says, Road to Perdition is a great movie. You know, about his favorite Paul Newman movie remains sometimes a great notion. I don't think I've seen that one myself. I am more, I like his movies. I have a really, I love movies about card games and pool playing. So obviously The Hustler and like Color of Money, those are like my kind of favorite Paul Newman films. Obviously The Sting, I like The Sting. That was just such a great, that had so much cool stuff involved in it. And that was like his, another collaboration with him and Redford. But yeah, the Color of Money, The Hustler, and I would have to say The Sting for sure. You know, just those were such good movies. The Color of Money was like, you know, of course that was much later. That was a Scorsese film. It had Tom Cruise in it, which I think Tom Cruise did portray his part perfectly. Just as, you know, that was a kind of a good role for him. And Paul Newman was, again, superb in it. I mean, he just really, you know, definitely had that whole thing crafted to, you know, perfection. Road to Perdition is a heck of a good movie. If you've not seen Road to Perdition, that is, you almost kind of, when you first kind of hear about it, you know, you're like, oh, okay, it's like a Irish mafia movie. But then you're like, wait a minute, Tom Hanks is in this? Now, let me tell you something. That just goes to show you that what Tom Hanks is capable of. That guy, you know, he may not make some, like, I don't really, there's a lot of movies he's done that I do like. There's a lot of movies I'm like, really? What, you know, as an actor now, I always try to, you know, remember that. As an actor, you know, a lot of these movies that these guys portray, or, you know, characters they portray in their movies, that's what I'm getting at. You know, I don't really care about their personal life, their beliefs, or their statements and all that, which I think is just completely just rhetoric and nonsense, 99% of the time. But as an actor, as an entertainer, it's like, you know, their job is to lie, and their job is to pretend and make us believe this magic show that they're putting on. And I think that goes to show you that you got Tom Hanks doing stuff like that I recall, like Turner and Hooch and stuff, and then he obviously Castaway, which was really popular on the island, growing up on the island and everything. That stayed in the theater forever. But this is this Road to Perdition. I remember when it was being made. This was back when, I don't even know if they may still do it or not. I just haven't had cable for so many years. HBO used to do this thing called First Look thing, and it would talk about the movie being made, and they would interview these guys. I mean, it would get you hyped for the movie. It really would. I don't know if they still do that or not. I'm so out of the loop with a lot of that. I'm just, I grab my physical media and that's it. But they were doing all the scenes, and then of course that was I do believe that was Paul Newman's final movie, and boy, he really whacked that one out of the park. I mean, talk about going out strong for to put a cap on a career. Same with John Wayne. John Wayne really, to go out with that movie, The Shootist. I mean, that movie is so tough to watch, because not only is it just the way just the storyline, but it was so close to home for the Duke himself. So that kind of stuff, when you got somebody, with that kind of a level of just legendary in the silver screen, whatever, for them to kind of, a lot of times you kind of go, man, what the heck is going on? This person just made just terrible movies towards the end there for like the money and all that. No, like when you see movies like that, you can tell the dignity, the everything that they want to. They didn't want to just do this. They wanted it to be good. They wanted so that kind of stuff. So I do like The Road to Perdition. That's a good movie. I won't spoil it for anybody that hasn't seen it or anything like that. So also back on the other channel, I did do speaking of Cobra Burnout. I had no idea that because I had a M7 bayonet way back, and that was on the main show. It was the Bauer Ord Company. They did it. I don't know all the, there's so many, there's people that literally, that's all they do is collect these things, or that's all they do is, whatever, the AR-15s or something like that. That's all they do. And they just know every little, like, well, the screw actually wasn't turned correctly to the right. And I mean, it really gets that insane. I'm not like that. Never really been like that. Even with stuff that I like, I just, I mean, when it comes down to like certain things like the war babies of the 1911s, I know enough to be dangerous to myself financially. I know about just the proper stampings to the slide to frame kind of stuff, just to help not get ripped off and completely. But anyway, I had gotten another, because I since then gotten rid of the BOC marked M7 bayonet when I left the island. I had over the time here picked up this other one, and the other one I picked up because it was marked Colt. And it really is neat. It really is kind of neat that it's kind of, it's really cool. It's marked, Colt and all that. Now, you could go on there and read up on it. Maybe Colt didn't actually, make it, or maybe they licensed under it. But, okay, whatever. The bottom line is their name's on it. And that's what's cool about it. And there's so much stuff like that, where it's like, okay, yeah, so, you got some of these 22s out there that are, these 1911s that are marked Colt and everything like that, but they're manufactured by Walther or something like that. Okay, big deal. It has the name on it. That's what's really cool about stuff is so like it. Yeah, I can say that I don't know a great deal about it, other than the fact that it does have its really cool that kind of Parkerizing that's on it. That actually is the same as the Colt 1911 I got from World War II. That one's actually built in early 40s. I think it was like 42 that one was built. So right at the peak, right at the beginning of the war status. So this one here, this M7 bayonet, it has this scabbard that is what I heard was like the crinkle scabbard, and so that was kind of neat. I didn't know anything about that. It doesn't have the reinforced metal fixture on the very bottom of it or anything like that. You know, I did hear that these were very early on. They were making these very early, so it may not have all the updated stuff that much later, and that's just the way things go with this kind of stuff. It's surplus collecting is so difficult because you're also dealing with, I mean, this stuff was made to get into service. They were made for use, not collectability. That was the last thing that they were thinking about. And before we sign off here, I'll leave you with something that actually, in kind of reference to a lot of that stuff, and it came from Ken Hackathorn. Like he said, look, they didn't care about collectible, nothing like that. No. And sometimes the first parts off the assembly line were the first in the box and the last parts to get assembled.